Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice Cast. We're looking at your favorite animated character, seeing who plays them the best, the worst, the weirdest, and allow you to vote on them your... Let me try again.
That's gonna be a voice bite.
Fuck you.
Hey, I can't be the only source of the fucking voice bite.
And make them yourself and beg me to put it in.
I'm fucking shitting you.
I hope you had corn then.
Nah, man. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be spicy.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice Cast. We're looking at your favorite animated character, seeing who plays them the best, the worst, the weirdest, and allow you to vote on them yourself. Today we're looking at the X-Men's own Jean Grey, aka Phoenix, in honor of the Dark Phoenix movie, which is also going up in flames at the box office. Let's have some fun. With me today is my co-host Will, whose capacity for useless knowledge is only surpassed by his body fat.
Oh, you do care. But yeah, today we're going to be covering Jean, the one who wears the monotone pants in the relationship. That's also why we're not doing Cyclops. Hey look, an X-Men that's actually interesting.
I can debate you on that, actually.
I meant of the main crew. That's not Wolverine, because Wolverine is Timmy.
He is the best. So, Will, how you been doing?
I'm doing alright. I had a root canal today.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah. Turns out I need extra anesthesia, because I'm very sensitive. So I get Novocaine and anesthesia.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they have to, pass you out or whatever?
No, they're just really, really good at numbing. Take care of your teeth, kids. Don't be like me.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about how shitty his teeth are.
I still have 2 more to go. Maybe 3.
Yeah.
And a cavity. But this isn't the dental this isn't the dental cast. This is the voice cast. So, starting up, we'll be doing X-Men 1992 with Catherine Disher.
Wolverine, you're supposed to be resting. Even you can't heal this fast. Ground control to Cyclops. What's with you? We finally get a night out together and you're a million miles away. And it's making you crazy. You're doing the best you can, but you're no good to the professor when you're like this. Relax a little. For the good of the team.
Catherine Disher. Penelope from Atomic Betty, Mrs. Pulley from the Roly Pole Yoli, and Elizabeth Hansford from Sailor Moon. How do you feel?
Well, I can tell you that out of everyone that we had, she had the most going for her in terms of she had a lot to do. Because I think out of all, 14 ladies on this list right now, she's the only one who did the Dark Phoenix saga. In terms of animation, at least. I'm not talking about the live-action stuff.
No, Sarah Waits covered Dark Phoenix in Ultimate Alliance 2006.
Did that count?
Yeah.
I thought she was just hypnotized by a guy.
No, it's part of... You notice her clothes are different than her usual Jean Grey wear. And also, side note, I'm really disappointed that Jean Grey doesn't wear gray jeans. I want to talk about the gray jeans of the Jean Grey.
How long you would want to do that joke?
I don't know. I think I just came with that on the spot. But on spot is really how we can describe Catherine Disher. As a leading role, you often listen to her voice a lot, and she does a damn good job of it. Mind you, this was early 90s, so dubbing wasn't really the best for cartoons. Hell, look at the Deke fiasco, but holy shit, this is some top quality acting.
It is top quality acting. I'm just more impressed that someone greenlighted 9 episodes focusing on Jean Grey turning into the Dark Phoenix. This must have been a damn popular property back in the day. This VA had a lot of chances to do a lot of emotional stuff, especially because she was flip-flopping from Jean Grey to the Phoenix, and she does a good job and she makes her voice sound distinct for both. You hear her in pain, she's jealous.
This is some real Shakespearean acting.
It is. There was this one scream. So context a little bit is that how Jean Grey got possessed by the Phoenix is that she was trying to save everyone during a spaceship crashing into Earth, And she does this really convincing scream that was like, okay, now I can pay attention to this show.
And it's some good shit, too. Great
Yeah.
episode.
Although, granted, the animation was so stiff that it doesn't match how good the acting was. I saw characters who were like talking a lot with a lot more emotion, obviously, but because the animation was so stiff, it just didn't look like it at all.
And the thing is, it's not a matter of the acting being over the quality of the thing. Like, someone could have a shoestring budget. This was more of a shoestring budget animation with an actress who really puts in the effort. Kind of shindig.
Yeah, and one thing that I realized while going over this that I'm kind of surprised by is that a good amount of the 92 X-Men voice actors reprised their roles in the Marvel vs. Capcom games before 3. And I'm like, that's pretty neat, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of just pretty dang neat, there's also Venus Terzo in X-Men Evolution.
You all need to take this seriously. Scott and I are your instructors now. At least Bobby is paying attention. Thank you, Bobby, for taking this seriously.
Venus Terzo. Probably one of the deepest blood on the list. We've got Princess Lana from Captain N. No, that's not a joke. Ranma Saotome from Ranma 1/2.
Yep.
Princess Valerna Aston from Visions of Escaflowne. Now let's pick one that's not obscene or under the radar.
How about the blonde idiot chick from Death Note?
Misa Misa? No, that's not Misa Misa. Wendy, or Weddy, Mary Kenwood.
Yeah, that's like the model chick, right?
I think so. Oh! Black Arachnia, Ara Ara, from Beast Wars.
So, she didn't have as much as Disher to do, like no Dark Phoenix arc, which was foreshadowed at the end of the series that they were planning on having a season 5 with the Dark Phoenix saga, but unfortunately it got canceled.
we got weird pyramid hypnosis mutant Holocaust thing.
Apocalypse, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought that she was great.
She definitely played a much more mature, kind of like how we've talked about Cyclops in the past, with him being the more mature upperclassman. She also does that, but the more motherly figure rather than just snobby boy.
I think that
Snob
she does
boy.
balance that and just being a teenager who's still trying to control her powers. I think she does that really well. I like the episode where it starts with Jean like being forced to like read the minds of like everyone around her because she can't control her powers.
That's probably like one of the scariest things of having telekinesis.
I know, right? It's a perfect thing where it's like if a teenager saw that on TV, they'd be like, "Oh shit, I don't want that to happen to me."
I'm already dealing with the voices in my head. Now I have to deal with the voices in my head being other people I know's voices.
It's a nightmare. Speaking of a nightmare, Jeanette Goldstein.
I should be the one to go. You're a monster, you know that, Bastion? Never mind that. A quarter of our strength has been eliminated.
Yeah, kind of generic compared to the previous two. Then again, her only other thing was she was firefighter Esmeralda Ezzy Vasquez in Real Heroes Firefighter.
She sounds older than she should be.
Agreed.
And just not in character. She kind of sounds like a bitch, you know? Whether or not she was possessed by the Phoenix in this, which is something that I have to keep in mind while I analyze these voices, I don't think that Jean Grey would just straight up call someone a monster.
And the thing is, it's one of those instances where this was a live action actress, which ironically she played Private Vasquez in Aliens, but other than that, she was mostly an action movie star and television movie star with stuff like 24, ER.
Yeah, not really meant for it. Although when she does play the Phoenix, I think it's better. There's the clip that I just played. She actually sounds really sexy.
Mm-hmm. She's got that 80s charm in her.
Although, granted, it's also it's a fighting game, so there's more personality in it than just Beast saying, "Oh, fascinating," blah blah blah. Which apparently Beast says that all the time in the '92 show anyway. So it's like, I don't know.
Now that you mentioned sexy and I've mentioned charm, X-Men Legends with Lee Allen Baker.
Welcome to the Xavier Institute, Allison. This is the Xavier Institute, a school where mutants learn to control their abilities, as well as discovering more about themselves and their place in the world. I have the ability to read minds and communicate mentally. Exactly. I've grown quite powerful at it over the years, but I doubt I'll ever master it.
Definitely an upgrade.
Not really an upgrade. Actually,
compared to Goldstein, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty sufficient. She does play a lot of Jean Grey. Other than that, she's mostly known for Back at the Barnyard, where she played one of the lead female cows, and Fiona Featherstone from Mickey and the Roadster Race.
You're really pulling up straws now, aren't you?
I'm trying.
Like I said, she sounds better than Goldstein, and the writing's more in character. I like that one line. I've grown powerful, but I doubt I'll master it. I like that doubt. It is in character that she has doubted herself, especially compared to someone like Professor X.
Actually, doubt is one of her main weaknesses. She can't achieve the higher echelons of her power because she doubts herself. Like Professor X does not doubt his powers. So that's why he's the amazing telepath that he is, considering they basically have the same powers until she gets Dark Phoenix powers.
And then she totally destroys everyone.
Yeah.
Do you like X-Men 3?
I love that movie.
I like it too. People shit on it, and I haven't seen it in years, but you know that scene at the end where spoilers, where Wolverine is climbing to get to her, and she just keeps ripping his skin off, but his healing causes him to still stay alive until he stabs her? That's so iconic.
Wasn't that the same movie where she got close to Cyclops, then fucking evaporated him?
That is the same, although granted, doesn't that happen to all guys?
Yeah, I'd melt in her touch. Speaking of melt, we can't really say much for this next one's performance because the clip given...
Why?
Catherine Morgan from X-Men The Official Game. The only thing she's done. I ask, why?
Why? That's literally the only thing. I looked through the cutscenes, and I looked at the Wikipedia. It's pretty well assumed that Jean Grey is not in this movie besides her just dying and just saying, why? So, you have to understand, this woman came in. Can you imagine the audition process for this? All these women come in and they're like, oh man, I get to voice Jean Grey, this popular comic book character. And then they get the script and it's just like, why?
And the worst part is, it's not one of those instances where she's probably a live action artist. No. She's been in she's been in mostly shorts.
Shit. She's done jack shit. Will, have you ever seen the movie Cats Don't Dance?
Yes.
It's like that scene at the beginning where the animals get their scripts and it's just the one word that animal is known to do.
Yo.
That's how I imagined the audition project went. But somehow the voice directors thought that this was it. Catherine Morgan is our Jean Grey. She got paid like $100 to say one word and she went home happy. That is the lore in my head right now.
I like that she was in a thing called #Kathleen.
That is so dated.
It was in 2018.
Instantly dated. It's only been a couple months and it's already dated.
Yeah, dude.
It seems like this is where her career is going. Just like Jean Grey, she's going up in a puff of nothingness.
It really makes you lie in wait. Speaking of wait...
Thank you for the transition.
Sarah Waite from Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Finally, like a dying phoenix, this is the one where she gains her fire back. Which is funny because she plays more Dark Phoenix. She plays more Phoenix and Dark Phoenix than Jean Grey.
I suppose Professor Xavier sent you to save me. Well, he shouldn't have bothered. I am very different. For the first time in my life, I'm free. Free to use my powers without being restrained by Xavier and all the rest of you. He told me you'd say something like that. And he also told me the truth. He said you fear me because I'm more powerful than any of you.
So, context for the clips is that she's being controlled by this dude named Arcade, which is why she sounds a little bit out of character. Usually Jean Grey's more composed, but here Jean Grey's more like, no, fuck you and everything that you stand for. I'm gonna destroy everybody.
That coupled with the obvious Phoenix on her chest, meaning she's not the Jean Grey of the X-Men, she's Phoenix. And with this mindset, Dark Phoenix. Sarah Waits, and another actress who really didn't do anything in both live action and voice acting.
Now, I can tell she's not good. I can tell that she just sucks.
But this one was a good performance.
I think the bad acting is actually kind of fitting for it, because if she's being possessed, it just makes sense that like they're going to sound not as they usually are. So in terms of the context, it actually works. Of course, when she converts back to being normal, she's just whatever. But besides that, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, turned out good. Something else that turned out good, Wolverine and the X-Men. God, I love this show.
It is a good show.
With a good actress for Jean Grey. Jennifer Hale, everyone!
Okay. I don't remember this place, but it feels safe. What if she can't help me? Scott. Thank you.
Miss Keene from Powerpuff Girls.
I don't even
Kimiko
have to ask.
from
He just
Shaolin
goes into
Showdown.
his list anyway.
Mandy from Billy and Mandy.
That's Greta Lyle.
Oh, sorry. I always get those two mixed up. Can you blame me, though?
Alright, you're demoted. Okay, my turn.
I'm demoted? That means I don't have to show up anymore.
No, don't leave me. I can't do this without anyone else.
That's what I thought.
I'm too smart to be a Maddox character.
Shout out to The Dick Show.
Please, you don't even watch it.
I don't.
I do, though. Shout out to The Dick Show. I wasn't feeling this one. I'll be honest, I wasn't feeling it.
It's because of the clips that they gave. They didn't get a lot of the clips that she did say. But it is a good older, like I said with every previous Wolverine and the X-Men, it's a good older performance.
Yeah. I just don't think it fits the design all that well. And this is a great design. I love Jean Grey's look in this.
I love the hair.
I love the hair too.
And the face shape.
Yeah, it's a nice convincing red. It's not like blood red or fire red, whatever. It's a little bit more brownish.
She's not Firestar. She's Jean Grey.
And it looks great. I don't know. I mean, I like her place in the story, even though she's hardly in it. I do like that Cyclops is less of a leader because he's just being irrational about Jean Grey being gone, you know, and he's paranoid all the time, so he's not in a good state of mind to be the leader, which is why Wolverine is the leader. And I think that's an interesting take on their dynamic, but as Jean Grey herself, she's not in it for most of it, and when she wakes up, she has amnesia.
Although, one thing, wasn't this the one where they tried to really, really push the envelope for Wolverine and Jean Grey?
What, do you mean them being a thing?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, in a flashback, Wolverine wants to fuck Jean Grey.
I kinda don't like that.
You don't?
In the original 1992, they did one episode where, in an alternate future, because Professor X dies, it causes, this war arc, and in that one, Storm and Wolverine hook up, and they are a beautiful couple.
Oh, man, you're talking like a fan fiction writer now.
No.
Yes. I'm not saying it's not, but it's just like the ship. No, I'm not
Cyclops,
saying...
as much as I really don't like Cyclops, he deserves a little something for his efforts. Wolverine has a plethora of older women he could fucking get with.
See, what I like is not what you think. It's not like those two fall for each other. Wolverine, who's lost his memory, comes to the mansion, he sees a hot chick, and he wants to fuck it. And I'm like, yeah, I can understand that, but Jean Grey doesn't want any of that because she's with Scott. Cyclops.
Scott Klops.
Scott Klops.
Shout out to Scott the Woz, for some reason. He's in everything, you know.
My dad's name is Scott. Now I just imagine him fucking ponies.
Why do you think of your dad fucking ponies?
Because you made me that.
I am 2 degrees from this. I know nothing.
Will, my autism came out again.
Speaking of autism coming out,
Yeah.
the Superhero Squad show with
Yeah.
Hendon Walsh, everyone.
Oh, okay, but first we need the perfect cheer. Call me Phoenix, call me Jean. Red-haired mutant prom night queen, I'll wreck you with a mental hurl if you call me Marvel Girl. Go mutants!
Hendon Walsh. God damn. I love Hendon Walsh. She's
I
one of
love
my
Hidden
favorites.
Walsh too, and she's the only reason why I like this portrayal of Jean Grey.
Princess Bubblegum, Verity from Kid Icarus, Harley Quinn from The Batman, and Starfire. Also Penny Sanchez.
The Harley Quinn that should have replaced the original.
Yeah, to be quite honest. Also Penny Sanchez.
From Chalk Zone.
I love Chalk Zone.
I know, but I don't know how many people would have remembered the name of the character over the show.
Still, my favorite performance of her is fucking Verity.
I love Verity. Now that's a forest nymph who I'd go into my secret
She's not a
garden
nymph,
with.
you moron. She's the full-on goddess.
She's short as shit, though.
It doesn't stop. Gods can be short.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's hope for you yet.
With all my power, I should not walk away from this desk.
That's your superpower. Doing nothing but sitting at a desk.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master of Useless Knowledge. Then what's your special power?
Being depressed but not having the urge to kill myself? It's a lot of mental fortitude.
I think that's just being a rational human being, though.
Yeah. A real
I think
human
everyone's
being.
depressed, but some people just can handle it better. I'm depressed about shit because the world is shitty. Speaking of shitty,
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 with Molly Hagan.
we didn't even talk about Hilton Walsh. I have stuff to say.
Oh, what'd you say? What do you have to say about Hendon Walsh?
I mean, first of all, this was unwatchable.
It was a kid. It's a show for babies.
The premise is of this episode was Wolverine has to go back to school, and the school is Charles Xavier's school, but they treat it like a high school. How many times can I say school before it starts getting annoying?
You can say what it is. It's a kindergarten show for kindergartners, so the setting is kindergarten, but it's like a kindergartner's portrayal of high school.
Yeah, and every X-Men is a stereotype, like, you know, Cyclops is the responsible honor roll student, Iceman is the class clown, Colossus is the exchange student, and Jean Grey's the cheerleader. They say she's the only cheerleader, which, alright, because they don't have enough characters. Even though it's a school, and friggin'
Like Shadowcat, for example.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Shadowcat do cheerleader stuff.
The
But
way you
regardless,
said that, the way you said that, the Chad Kitty Pride, the Virgin, the Virgin Jean Grey, Shadowcat.
I mean, if she came and started to rape me, I'd be fine with it. Especially Evolution's Kitty Pride.
I'd grab that by the ponytail and fucking run it backstage. Mind you, my stage is my bedroom, so...
Yeah, with your mom in the other room.
What? It's the risk of getting caught that makes it hotter.
She could listen as much as she wants, Justin!
No, but she can't hear past her TV.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious given the background noise of this episode.
Yeah. Stuff you're gonna have to cut out.
Let's make this quick because obviously we don't care. As a cheerleader, it does make sense for Jean Grey to be a cheerleader. She does a little cheer. It's kind of cute. There's a little bit of a jab that I guess people call her Marvel Girl. I don't know. I don't read comics to care. And after this scene, I skipped through the whole thing to see if she had more lines, and she does not.
Nope. One trip pony.
Yep. Now, Molly Hagan.
That was easier than I thought. You look so surprised. I will give you a second thought.
Molly Hagan, instance of, did a lot of stuff in live action, didn't really do much voice acting stuff. Dr. Moriarty in Pretty Little Liars. No wonder that's where I found thought of the name from. Tammy from Switched at Birth. I really don't care.
First of all, the audio shit.
Audio's terrible quality and it doesn't give me much. Plus, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, she wasn't a main focus like in Ultimate Alliance 1.
Yeah, that's it. Everything that you hear is just the usual, just combat noises and quips and blah blah blah.
And she plays, again, it's another instance of playing Phoenix, but she really burnt out on this one.
Yeah. I wonder how many of those puns we can do.
Oh no, I'm just getting heated with this one. With Eva Kaminsky from The Astonishing X-Men.
Oh, Scott. Oh, darling. What a failure you are. Oh, seriously. Stop faking it, Scott. I did.
I have one note from this. Creepy. I like it.
Chibanian, really, it's the same problem we have with it before.
Yep.
It's unimpressive. It's just a motion tweaked animation comic, and they got Lana and Katoya from Queen's Blade. Oh, and Tarn Yang from Queen's Blade. So if you're a fan of your big tittied anime women's and you know who they are, yeah, it's her. Or Mrs. Doublefinger from... Is that seriously her fucking name?
Yep.
Miss New Year's Eve is Miss Doublefinger?
Actually, I don't know why they call her that. Like, her thing... Because her thing, from what I remember from the show, is that she could just turn any part of her body spiky.
And then again, this is One Piece, so there's weird perverted shit everywhere.
No, this
Don't
is
lie.
This is a shonen anime. It has weird perverted shit everywhere.
Plus, didn't they just call her Miss New Year's Eve, and they didn't even mention Doublefinger in the 4Kids dub because obvious reasons?
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. Speaking of making no sense, once again, we're talking about Pinball FX2 with Michelle Ruff.
Cyclops! Help!
Really wasted effort for someone who's a really good voice actress.
Yeah, that scream is great.
Yeah, the scream is great. I just wanted more from her. I want more.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I hope that scream isn't the downfall of her career.
Nah, she's coming in strong.
Yeah, there's definitely more personality than Beast just coming in with fucking, oh, my stars and garters.
Oh, my stars and garters.
Which is funny. I watched cutscenes from Lego Marvel Superheroes, and Beast actually says that, but then Jean Grey just immediately comes back and he's like, why the fuck did you say that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Michelle Ruff. Time to do my thing. Tsukasa from Lucky Star, Yoko Littner from Gurren Lagann, Crimson Viper from Street Fighter IV, The Ties That Bind, and Anko from Naruto, I think.
I'm actually surprised you mentioned Lucky Star before Gurren Lagann.
Yeah. Also Zoe Orimoto from Digimon Frontier, who's also Kazumon Zephyrmound, and that's one of my favorite characters of the show.
Henri from Durarara, Rukia from Bleach, which all the autists would not leave us alone if we didn't mention her.
She was also Lupin the Third in Part 2, 1993. Gotta love Fujiko.
And I do.
Wait a minute, there was a female chickens movie called Hatched Chicks Gone Wild.
Wait, what?
She plays Meryl Cheap.
What the fuck is this?
Also, Yukari Takuba from Persona, and the best girl from Persona 5, Sadayo Kawakami. Give me the Kawamami. Again, great work. Why pinball? Fug.
I guess someone needed it. So, you know what? She got $100. No biggie. Wait, no, sorry. This is anime. She only got, 5 cents.
Speaking of no biggie, Tara Strong.
Jean Grey, Phoenix. Honey, for your thoughts. The Phoenix has risen.
Marvel Superhero Show Squad Online, Tara Strong. Next!
Right where I thought it would. Oh, Scott would love this. And fall down. Just like the professor taught us.
April Stewart from Marvel Heroes. I think that's another MMO.
I don't know. Just more fighting quips. Bit better than Hagen. Next.
No, April Stewart. Maria Rivera from El Tigre. Pandora from Danny Phantom. Wendy Testberger from South Park. Gotta end on a high note.
Well, one of them. There were a ton of chicks who were coming in to voice those girls on South Park. I just don't know which came first and which ones are playing them now. Oh wait, no, they're recent because she was in Fractured Butthole. So, never mind, I'll shut up for now. Next.
And finally, but not least, Laura Bailey.
It's not much time. Quickly, through here. It's not safe here.
Professor,
He has. Make sure the children are protected. I'll take care of these two.
Magneto!
Now I shall write on it.
What does that even mean? Magneto got away.
Worry not, Thor. My telekinesis can separate water molecules. I need to report back to the professor.
I'm so glad that we're not ending on a low note this time.
Fucking right.
We've had plenty of episodes where we just end on it's just recent, but it sucks. So, no, Laura Bailey, first of all, great VA.
She's one of the queens of VA.
So, she's probably the most self-aware of all the genes that we've seen so far, because, Lego. But it works
Lego.
with the character anyway. It doesn't seem removed at all. Like, that girl who hangs around with the guys, but when they act stupid, the girl is just like, oh, you fucking guys, I love you anyway, though. She has that attitude here.
I'm not going to go down my list because it's Laura Bailey. You all know who Laura Bailey is.
You might as well. I mean, you did it with Michelle Ruff.
Fine. Kurosuchi and Kushino Uzumaki from Naruto
You say that as
Shippuden.
if you're annoyed. You want to do this shit.
Lust from Fullmetal Alchemist. Trunks from Dragon Ball Kai. Tokine from Kikaishi.
Toru Honda.
Rise from Persona 4.
Maka from Soul Eater. Toru Honda from Fruits Basket.
Shin from Shin-Chan.
We got
Anko
a couple of
from
Black
Naruto.
Widows here. A lot of Digimon roles, yada yada.
Young Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball. Oh, and the newest voice of Lucina. From Persona... from Fire Emblem. Yay. And Smash Brothers, of course.
Also, reprising her role as Toru Honda in Fruits Basket. I want to mention that because I do like the Fruits Basket.
Gee, you mentioned Fruits Basket so much, I wonder if you like Fruits Baskets.
Well, you did respond to me when I said it. And since you ignore me all the fucking time, I wonder, maybe you didn't hear me. Maybe I should try again.
Because you don't shut up about Fruits Basket. It's kind of a beep when you mention
How
Fruits
often do I
Basket.
talk about Fruits Basket with you motherfucker?
Pretty often.
No, I don't.
You used to in the past.
You are full of shit.
No, I'm not. How you met that train wreck of a person that we both know and laugh at, who's in a wheelchair. Which just adds on to why we laugh.
Just some bitch from from across the pond. She's not British, but
She's Denmarkian, but she's also Vietnamese.
she's Denmark. Just some chick who manipulated and was shitty.
She's a real Dane in the ass. Oh
my
God. Yeah! And on a pun. Punderful. Alright.
Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Worst, surprisingly, it's not Catherine Morgan because I can't even qualify that. Worst, Jeanette Goldstein. Best, I can't really decide with this one, but I had the most exposure to Venus Terzo, so it goes to her. And the weirdest, I'll have to say Eva Kaminsky.
Alright. Best is Catherine Disher. Worst is Jeanette Goldstein. And the weirdest is Catherine Morgan.
Admittedly, because we don't have much from her.
It's just like it's just a blur, and I'm like, what?
Why?
Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. You can keep up to date with what we're doing at facebook.com/thevoicecast. Keep the conversation going in the comments below if you got this far. Show this video to people who you think might be interested and who are voice acting nerds like us. Like, subscribe, the usual.
And feel free to comment someone you want us to cover, so we don't have to do our RNGesus.
Yeah. We are open to suggestions. And we will see you all next time.
Unlike Holly and Heidi and Jared, we are open and transparent.
Right at the end there, huh?
I mean, it's still going hot, so why not?
Oh, like the Phoenix, we hit full circle.
Woohoo! We did it!
Goodbye!